Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Yesterday, we started reading Ready, Freddy, Save the Earth, and we read chapters 1 and 2. We found out that Mrs. Wishy was doing an Earth Day challenge for her class this week, and we learned that tomorrow is Earth Day. So today, we're reading chapters 3 and 4. Chapter 3 is called Litter Bugs. Robbie came home with me after school. We decided to pick up litter in the neighborhood together. "How was your day, boys?" asked my mom when we walked in the door. "Good," we both said. "How about a snack?" "I'd love a snack," said Robbie. "Thanks, Mrs. Thresher. Come on over and wash your hands in the sink. I want to make sure they are clean before you touch any food." We both washed our hands and my mom started to reach for paper towels. "Wait, Mom, no!" I yelled. "Freddie, what is the matter?" asked my mom. "We need to dry our hands on a dish towel, not a paper towel." "But you always dry your hands on a paper towel." "I know, but today Mrs. Wishy was teaching us about things kids can do to help the planet. A dish towel doesn't use paper, which saves trees." "That is good thinking," said my mom, handing us a dish towel. I went to my backpack and pulled out the Earth Day challenge paper. "See, Mom, we have to do all these things by Friday. If we do, we get to be a member of the green team." "These are great ideas," said my mom. "I really want to be a member of the green team, but I don't know if I can do them all by Friday." "I bet you can," said my mom. "You already get to check number 9 off the list." "Oh yeah, right," I said, smiling. We gobbled down some cheese and crackers, drank some juice, and headed for the door. "Where are you boys rushing off to?" asked my mom. "We're going to pick up trash in the neighborhood," said Robbie. "I think it's number 5 on the list," I said. "Well, then you better each take a bag to put trash in," said my mom. She handed us each a plastic bag from the grocery store. I have to remind my mom to use cloth grocery bags, I thought. Before I could tell her, Robbie grabbed my arm. "Come on, Freddie, let's go. We're wasting time." We ran out the door and started walking down the block. "How many pieces of trash do we have to pick up?" I asked. "I think we each have to pick up 10, said Robbie. 10? That seems like a lot. I don't think our neighborhood is that dirty." As I was talking, Robbie reached down, picked something up, and dropped it into his bag. "What was that?" "A gum wrapper," said Robbie. "At least it wasn't the gum. I don't see that anywhere." "That's because it stuck to the bottom of your shoe," I said. "Yuck," said Robbie. "That's gross." "Tell me about it." We kept walking and I found a candy bar wrapper, an empty soda can, and a piece of paper. Robbie found an old battery, a paper clip, and another soda can. "Let's go to the park and see what other trash we can find," he said. "Good idea," I said. "Race you there." We took off like rockets with our bags of trash flying out behind us. I bet I beat Robbie by a hair. "Beat ya," I said. "Just barely," said Robbie. "I still beat you," I said, smiling. We walked around the playground at the park. Robbie found a sandwich bag, a straw, and a plastic fork. "It looks like somebody finished their lunch and just dumped the trash on the ground." "And look," I said, "the trash can is so close. It's right over there." We both shook our heads. "People are such litter bugs," said Robbie. I walked over to the basketball courts and found a juice box, a water bottle, and a granola bar wrapper. "I found 3 more pieces of trash right here," I said. "You know, when it rains, all this trash gets washed into the storm drain," said Robbie. "Then it gets carried out to the ocean where it pollutes the water and makes the sea animals sick." "That's terrible," I said. "And think about all the animals here in the park," said Robbie. "A little squirrel might think a piece of trash was something to eat, but then when he put it in his mouth, he might start choking on it." How sad. Poor little squirrel. We picked up more trash in the park and then started walking back home. "Wait, we didn't check to see if we had 10 pieces of trash yet," I said. "Oh, I think we have way more than 10, said Robbie. "I never realized how many litter bugs we had in our neighborhood," I said. "Me neither," said Robbie. We walked past Mrs. Golden's house. Her dog Baxter leaped off the front porch to greet us. "Hey, Baxter. Hey, buddy. How are you?" I said, petting his head. Baxter wagged his tail and stuck his nose in my bag. "No, buddy, that's not for you," I said, pulling the bag away. "What's in the bag?" asked Miss Golden. "Trash," we both said. Why do you boys have bags of trash? We are trying to clean up the neighborhood and protect the planet, Robbie said. We are doing the Earth Day challenge for school. We want to be members of the green team. Good for you, boys, said Mrs. Golden. It's important to take care of this beautiful planet that we live on. Baxter ran to the neighbor's lawn, picked up a piece of paper in his mouth, trotted back over to where we were standing, and dropped the paper at my feet. I think Baxter also wants to be a member of the green team, said Mrs. Golden. We all laughed. Good boy, Baxter, I said, rubbing his back. Thanks for the paper. I picked it up and put it in my bag. Well, we'd better get going, Mrs. Golden, Robbie said. Keep up the good work, boys, she said. When we arrived at my house, it was time for Robbie to go home. Well, now we can check number 5 off our list, he said. That's 2 down, 8 more to go, I said, with a big sigh. Oh. See you tomorrow, Freddy, for our walk to school. Yep, see you tomorrow. Chapter 4. Walk, don't drive. The next morning, I heard my mom yelling at me from downstairs. Freddy, you need to get a move on. Remember, you're walking to school today. Oh, no. I had almost forgotten. I jumped out of bed, threw on my clothes, and ran to the bathroom. I accidentally bumped into my sister, Susie, who was brushing her teeth. Her toothbrush flew out of her hand and landed in the toilet. Now look what you did, you little pain, said Susie. Why don't you watch where you're going? Sorry, I said. I'll get it for you. I reached into the toilet and pulled out her toothbrush. Here you go. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to use that toothbrush ever again. That's disgusting. I can't believe you stuck your hand in the toilet. Wait until I tell Mom. You wouldn't do that, I said. Oh, really? Watch me. She'll flip out. You know what a neat freak she is. Please don't tell her. What's it worth to you? How about I let you control the remote for the television for 2 nights? 2 nights? Make it a week and we have a deal, she said, holding up her pinky for a pinky swear. A week? That's not fair. Then I'll tell Mom as soon as we get downstairs. Fine, I said. A week. I reached for Susie's pinky, but she pulled it back. Now what? No pinky swear until you wash that hand you stuck in the toilet. I washed my hands and then we locked pinkies. Now go get me another toothbrush, Susie demanded. I tossed her toothbrush in the trash can and got out a new one. Here you go, I said, handing her the clean toothbrush. She started brushing her teeth again. You shouldn't leave the water running when you brush your teeth, I said. What? Said Susie. You shouldn't leave the faucet running. It wastes a lot of water. You should turn it off when you're brushing your teeth. What are you, the water police? No, I'm learning about things kids can do to help the planet. Mrs. Wishy gave us an Earth Day challenge list. That was number 3. If I do all the things on the list by Friday, then I get to be a member of the green team. That sounds kind of cool, said Susie as she turned off the water. It is. That's also why I'm walking to school today. That's number 6 on the list. Walking means fewer cars and less pollution in the air. Freddy, called my mom. If you don't come down right this instant, then you're going to have to take the bus. I couldn't take the bus. If I did, then I wouldn't be able to cross number 6 off the list. Coming, Mom, I yelled. Susie followed me out of the bathroom. I stopped, turned to her, and said, I think you forgot something. Now what, Mr. Green Jeans? You forgot to turn off the light. You should always turn off the light when you leave a room. You'd want to be a power saver, not a power waster. Susie went back into the bathroom and turned off the light. Thanks for taking care of the planet, I said, smiling. That was one more thing I could check off the challenge list. I bounded down the stairs and into the kitchen. What took you so long, and what were you and Susie arguing about? My mom asked. Nothing, I said. I was just reminding her to turn the faucet off when she brushed her teeth. You know, you and Dad should do that too. You can save a lot of water that way. I'll try to remember to do that tonight, said my dad, looking up from his paper. I looked at the clock. Robbie's going to be here any minute. I better take my bagel to go, Mom. I'll just eat it when I'm walking. The doorbell rang. That's Robbie now. I grabbed my bagel and my shark backpack and ran to the front yard. Ready, Freddy? Asked Robbie. Yep, I said with my mouth full of bagel. A few pieces of food flew out of my mouth. Ooh, gross, said Robbie. Say it, don't spray it, he said, laughing. I smiled and nodded. We started to walk down the street. I think I actually like walking better than riding the bus, Robbie said. Yeah, I said, we don't have to listen to Max or Chloe. Just then we heard a familiar voice. Ha ha! Watch out! Yelled Max as he sped down on his bicycle. He's the one who should watch out, said Robbie. Yeah, I said. He almost ran us over. See you losers at school, Max called over his shoulder. Just then, Jesse stepped out in front of Max's bike and he had to slam on the brakes. She took hold of his handlebars and said, Hey, why don't you slow down and watch where you're going? You almost ran over my friend. Let go of my bike, said Max. I'll let go as soon as you say you're sorry. Sorry, Max mumbled. What was that? I couldn't hear you. Sorry, Max yelled. That's better, said Jessie. She let go of his handlebars. Run along now, she said. Max took off like a speeding bullet. Jessie was so brave, she was the only one who would stand up to Max, the biggest bully in the whole first grade. Thanks, Jessie, I said. No problem. He thinks he's so tough, said Jessie, but he's really just a big baby. We all laughed. We'd better start running if we're going to make it to school in time for the first bell, said Robbie. Let's race, said Jessie. On your mark, get set, go! I ran as fast as I could. I thought my heart was going to pop out of my chest, but Jessie still beat us both. You are amazing, I said to Jessie, giving her a high five. Thanks, she said and smiled. So we see that Freddie and Robbie did quite a few things on their Earth Day challenge list. So make sure you're checking out the list and that you're getting some done too. Have a good Tuesday. Bye.